Hey there, thanks for joining me for coloring. Today we're going to be working on this adorable Magnolia image called Tilda Watering. Isn't she cute? She's got a little watering can and she's doing the flowers there. The little flowers don't come with the image. We're going to draw those on after we color her up. This is a card kit over in the store, so if you want to pick her up, make sure to head over to the store and use coupon code SAVE25 and you can save 25% off your entire order. And there is a link down in the description box to all the supplies I used, including this card kit. I would really love for you to come shopping with me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get our girl out. So we're going to color Tilda here. Let me set my card over here. And let me move my markers and my cup. Move a couple of things here. And move this. Got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, let's go zoom down. Hopefully it's a little bit clearer now than it was earlier when we did the video. I had to, I had to take the whole thing off and then I'm editing it and then I'm going to put it back up. So the Bible journaling video I did just a little bit ago will be back up here in just a little bit. I have to finish this first. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out by outlining our image, and we're just going to go clear around the outside of the girl using C0. Nothing fancy. And she has a couple little spaces where you can see in between her shoes right here. Like right here you can see the background. I went ahead and filled that in. And we're just going to go all the way around. The other side. I don't really care how fat or how skinny my line is. And if I get it on her now, it's easy to erase with our colorless blender if I so feel that I need to. Usually I just don't bother, but if I need to take some off, then I can. But if I wait to do my outlining after I've colored my person or my image, I tend to grab some of the ink off my person or my image and move it out into my background. So it's easier for me just to do it first. I just like the way it looks. It gives it a little bit of a shadow around the outside so that it looks like it's kind of popping off the page a little bit. So then we're going to do her skin. And we're going to use the 11, 21, 00, 000. And for cheeks, we're going to use R20 and 30. So we're going to use these. And let's get these all back in order. Otherwise, I'll pick them up in the wrong space. Okay, so we're going to start with our E11. And let's go, I'm going to zoom down just a little bit more. Move it around a little bit here. Okay, so E11, I am going to use that where I want to have the darkest shadow. So let's go ahead and do over here on her hand first. And on this image, she's already got some little dots here, so I'm kind of using that as my guide. And I just touch down my pen right next to my line, and then I flick away from that line up towards the white. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do this side too. And because she's holding her little handle on this side, I'm going to give it a little flick over here. And then same thing, we're just going to brush away from the bottom of her hand up to our white. And there's already some little dots on this one too. And let's go ahead and do a little dab right here at the bottom of her thumb. I think we'll do her neck too, because there's not much of her neck showing. Let's give her neck a little brush of color. Alright, then we're going to switch to E21. So let's go ahead and brush her neck. So I'm going to go, since it's underneath all this, her neck and stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in. And then up here, we're going to brush over the top of our E11, and we're going to bring our color up onto her hand. And when I'm using my brushing, I'm barely touching that paper. I just put it down real quick and flick up away from my coloring that I previously did. I think I'm going to go bring this one up just a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and grab E00 and we'll add a little bit more. So again, I touch down on top of my E21 and then I brush up into my white space. Come over here, brush, brush. And I think I'll come back and give this one just one more swipe. Still got a little bit of a line there. And we'll do the same on this side. And then we'll take E000 and we'll fill it in. So again, I touch down on my E00 and I bring it up to the top. And I have a little spot right here where the handle is that I need to color in. I'll probably find more of it. There's one right there. That happens sometimes. Next, we're going to go up here to her face. So we're going to start with our E11. Hi, Julie! Yeah, we're going to hope this one doesn't have any glitches either. I already removed the other one, the Bible journaling video, and I'll put it back up after I have to put the stuff on the end and stuff, and then I'll reload it because it broke it into 3 videos. I don't like that. Alright, so E11, we're going to go, since her face is tipped down over here, we're going to make it darker over there. So we're going to go wrong over here, we're going to go up, and I kind of go in between her bangs a little bit because there's going to be a little bit of skin showing. I'll try to cover it up when I do her hair, but just in case, I'm just going to go ahead and pull color up into that little area there. And then I'm going to bring this color down and around over here to where her neck is showing. And then we'll do E21. So for E21, I want to go around the rest of her face. So let's go over here. And then we'll connect. And then when we get back over here to where we connected, we're going to brush a little bit further out. And then we'll add E00. So now we're just going to go down on our E21 and we're going to brush into the center. And I'm going to give this 2 coats, so I'm not worried if it blends, because we're going to go over it again. And then we'll add E000, and again touch down on your E00 and brush to the center. And I don't think I'll fill it all the way in. I'm going to leave a little patch of white there, and then when I come back, I'll fill that in. Then we'll add some cheek color with R20. And I try to keep this mostly out on the edge, and then brush it kind of in between the 2 little dots there. So same for this side, we're going to go out on the outer edge, and then bring it kind of in the middle where those little dots are. Then we'll add R30. And then we'll come back with our second coat. So I'm not going to do the E11. I'm going to start with E21 first. And let's go right here. So I'm going to start at the end of her cheek right here and then just brush out a little bit. Brush up here, and I'm going to go lightly around this edge. Not too much. I don't want it to be too dark. I tend to get a little heavy-handed on that. And then we'll add E00. So we want to make sure to brush over your E21. I'm going to brush over this entire cheek. And then down here we're going to brush up from that little line that was on her bottom of her face. And over here we'll go over that whole cheek. And then we'll take our E000 and I just go over her entire face. I just go from one side to the next side. I think I'm going to give her cheeks just a little bit more pink. They need to be a little pinked up here. So I go R20 again. And then R30. And then our nope, not that. E000. Just to soften it a little bit. And then we're going to move these over here so I don't have to, there's not enough room in my cup. I had too many colors in there. So then we're going to do her hair. So for our hair, we're going to use E49, 47, and 44. So we're going to use these three. And let's go ahead and start with E49. So what I'm going to do, let's do over here first. So I'm going to do some lines coming away from her little scarf on her for her hat. And her hair's kind of wavy. So make sure when you're doing your lines that they kind of go in little C's. I'm just adding some little specks in there. And then when we get over here to our bangs, I think I'll add a few down here. And then we're going to add a few coming out from her little scarf hat. Just work our way over here to the side. And I'll probably come back and add a little bit more after I do the other two colors, so I'm not worried if it's not as many little streaks as I would like. I don't want to get too heavy-handed because the E49 is really dark. And I tend to get a little crazy. Okay, so we've got a few little dashes in there. And then we're going to go ahead and we will add E47. So same thing, I'm just going to go in and add some more lines. And down here where it's kind of wavy, I just did some like half C's, or C's, little smaller C's. And work our way across to the other side. Then we'll come in and we will, hi Julie, thanks for stopping by. Okay, then we're going to do E44. So for this one I tend to, since it's the last color, I'm just going to go ahead and fill the rest in. And then if I need to come back afterwards, I'll add some more lines after that. You can also leave some little white spaces. I just don't like how I can never get that to look right. At least to me. I'm sure it looks fine. I just think it looks difficult. Unless it's black hair. If it's black hair, then I tend to like the little white spots in there. But otherwise, I'm like, that looks different. I don't love how it looks. I love how it looks on other people's stuff, but my own, not so much. Okay, now I'm going to come back in with the 47. I got two Julies today. I got Julie on YouTube and a Julie on Facebook today. Hopefully we don't have any more of those, any YouTube glitches. We already did that this morning. Okay, I'm just going to come back and do just a little bit of my E49 just to darken some of those spots up again. I'm trying to use just the very tip of my pen so it just makes a little small dash. I got a little white patch right here. Let's take our 47 and fill that in. I don't really love that. See what I mean about the white? Don't love it. Okay. She's looking cute. Oh, what are we gonna do now? Let's go with, what do we got next? The hat is a red color. Let's go ahead and do that next. So we're gonna need Eve 39, 29, 27, 35, and 14. So we are going to need these 5. And we're going to start with R39. So R39 we want to keep where we want it to be the darkest. So like right on this side of her hat, she's got a little wrinkle right here where it kind of goes behind and then puffs back up over her hair. So we're going to do a little dab on the right hand side of that wrinkle. And then it kind of curls down into her hair right here. So I'm going to do a little bit right here at the bottom. Not too much. And then over here, she's also got a little place where it looks like it goes behind. It folds up into her napkin, or behind her hair there. And then for this is underneath. So let's do underneath here. And I'm going to leave a little bit there at the edge for white, or for a lighter color. And then we're going to take this color over here, where it's going behind her ear or under her hair, and give that a little dab. And then the knot we'll do at the bottom. And then I'm going to do the inside of these little bows, that little circle thing. And then we'll add R29. So for R29, I go right over the top of my R39. I cover the whole thing up. And then we're going to bring this color over the top of her hat. And let's bring this up just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to fill in this under section. And again, go right over the top of that R39. I covered all the way up. And then over here, let's do the same thing. I'm making my line a little bit wider. Bring this over the top of her hat. And then we'll add some to her knot. And the center. And then we'll add R27. So this time we'll touch down on R29 and brush up a little bit. Next we'll add R35. Fill in my knot because there's not enough room anymore. I'm going to come over here and fill in this section. Just because her head's tipped down that side, so we're going to make that a little bit darker over there. And then we'll fill it in with our R14. And then I'm just going to brush over the top of her hat with this color, just to smush everything together. I know, that's what I thought you thought, Julie. When you said hi again. I'm just running two different things. It won't let me see. It lets me see the Facebook page and the YouTube station in case people have questions. Alright, so we're going to go down here and we'll do our shirt next. And what are we going to need? R05, R14, R32, and R27. Okay. So we're going to need these four for her shirt. I can say hi to you twice too, Julie. I don't mind. Okay, so we're going to do R05, 14, and 32. Kind of in the middle. So I'm going to do R27 first. And I'm not going to do much of that. I just want to put that where I want to have some really dark spots. So let's see. How about right here at the edge of her shirt? Because there's really a lot of dots that the artist put on there for us. So I'm going to give that a little spot. And then down here where it dips down towards the handle of the bucket. Let's give it a little dab. And maybe right here where it's touching her face. And then under here where you can see the underside of her shirt, I'm going to color in that. And then we're going to go over the top of our bucket, or our watering can, and down in here where it shows a little bit of her stomach on her shirt, right here. And then I'm going to do a little bit right here in the elbow, or the underside of her arm area, because there's a lot of little dots right there too. I don't want to use too much of that. Hi Olivia, thanks for coming by. Okay, then we're going to go with R05. So I'm going to bring, there's a little bit of the side shirt you can see right here, so I'm going to bring that over this way. And then we're going to brush all of this up. I'm going to fill in this little dot right here too. Okay, and then for her shirt, let's go ahead and brush a little bit. Well, let's go up here so we touch the handle again. And there's actually a little bit of her shirt showing right here that I should have used R29 on. So, or R27. Let's grab that again. So right here on the other side of her belly is a little bit of her underside or her sleeve showing. So I'm going to color that in, because it's going to be pretty dark right there. Okay, and then we're going to bring this underneath of that handle. I'm trying to be really careful too, because red, if you get red somewhere you don't want it, you are not going to get that off. Okay, and then over here, let's do a little bit underneath of her hand, and then we're going to go across and back down to this little dot. And over here, we're going to cover in this little section, because it's not very big, really. Bring this over the top of that handle. I'm trying not to paint the handle. Okay, we'll try that. And then we're going to go with R14. So again, let's just bring some of this up. So I'm going to swipe this up towards this little dot. Let's go ahead and just go to that little dot. That seems like a good spot. And then over here, we're going to swipe up here because her hair is falling down on top of here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way up. And then when it starts to fall away, I'm going to not bring it all the way so that I can add my lightest color in there. We'll leave a little white patch there. And then over here, and I know there's a bunch of dots right here, but I'm not going to go, I'm going to go up to the dots. That didn't make sense to have it be shadowed right there to me. And then we'll do a little bit down here on her tummy. And then we're going to fill it in with R32. Oh, R32 is feeling very damp today. Let's take this other end off and let that do its thing. It was getting very squishy. Look, I avoided one of those big blobby things. I must have refilled this one. Oh, I got a cough. I'll get a sip of juice there. Okay. Okay, I'm not liking that little patch. So I'm going to leave the lid off that for a second. And we're going to grab R14 again. Let's move that over here. And I'm just going to brush a little bit more of my R14 on. Then I'll come back with my R32 and just brush that again. That looks better. Okay, shirt done. Looks great. Okay, pants. Oh. She's colorful today. But I picked these colors because they went with the paper I picked out. I always pick the paper first so that I don't get some weird, I'd color some completely, totally different thing. So for our pants, we're going to use BG 57, 53, and 32. And we'll start with 57. And I'm going to go ahead, there's a little patch right here that you can see of our pants in between the handle of this little water ink can. So I'm going to fill that in. And then down here, we're going to go right along this. And I'm going to brush it up a little bit. Oh, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And then we're going to do, let's see, let me turn my girl a little bit here. For her pants down here, I'm going to go right along this way. And we're going to brush it out till it comes to the edge of our watering can. And I might have to give this a couple of coats, but we'll see. Okay, and then over here we've got a bunch of little dots. So let's do all these little dots. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the back of these pants a little dab. Like that. Hi Eileen, thanks for coming by. And we're going to do BG 53. So for this, I'm going to touch down on top of my, what was that, 57. Forgot what it was already. And then we're going to brush it out past the watering can. I'm thinking I'm going to give these pants a couple of coats, so we're not going to be too stressed about it. I just did watercoloring this morning for Bible journaling, Eileen. It was fun. The YouTube decided to eat my video and pause it 3 times, so I have to reload it, but I had to come do this first, so I'll reload that later today when I'm done. I'm trying to learn to do some more watercoloring too. I really like watercoloring too. I like all coloring things, I think. And so for this color, I like to brush all the way across. I'm going to fill it in. And then I like to brush from this side all over the entire pant area. Let me see, what does she look like? Let me check. Yeah, I think let's give it a second coat. Let's darken them up a little bit. So we'll go again with our 57.
You have to promise to stay near.
I just bought Tombow. I don't think I've ever heard of any. I'll have to check those out. I've never heard of those. Trombone. I have not done any skin for watercoloring, but I'm trying to learn. I've been watching YouTube videos. See how I am? So if you have any suggestions for ones that you've seen, make sure to send them to me. You can email them to me at HeathersHobbieHaven@hotmail.com, because I would love to watch some. Oh, I think there was 6 colors of a little packet, the little starter kit of Daniel Smith watercolors. There's like blue and red and yellow, just the like primary colors. So I'm going to try those out. I'm going to make a swatch card. I think I'll do, maybe I'll do a video on that with a swatch card where I start, and then maybe we'll start a sketchbook where we can do some kind of stuff with our sketchbook and our little palette of watercolor colors. I thought that would be fun. Oh, and there's a little bitty piece of pants right here. So if you're interested in that, make sure to let me know, because they came in the mail yesterday. Okay, let's see. What do we got now? The watering can? No, let's hop down and do... Where's our boots? I didn't write the boots on the instructions. Oh, they're up here with the hair. Okay, so we could have done the boots at the same time. So we're going to do, for her boots, we're going to do the hair colors. Okay, so we got E49 first. So for her boots, we're going to do... I want to keep it where it's... Let's turn my girl again. I work better if I brush away from me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it works better to brush away. So I'm going to use this color sparingly, because remember, it's really dark. We're going to go next to this shoe, and then we're going to bring this out a little bit. Okay. And then for this shoe, same thing. We're going to go along the bottom. And then it kind of goes in right here, so I'm going to exaggerate that. And then this boot over here looks like it's underneath of her pants more. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little swipe of color right underneath of her pants. And then I don't want it to be quite so small back here, so we're just going to brush out a little bit. But not too much, because remember, 49 is really dark. Oh, cool. Thanks, Eileen. That'd be fun. E47. Because, yeah, I would love to do watercoloring with, I don't know how good I do it. Did you sketch your, so for E47, we're just going to add some more. And I make sure to touch down on top of my E49. So for your skin tone people, did you sketch something out, or are you a drawer? There's my question. Are you a drawer? I can't draw. Or do you use some like stamped image people or digital images? I'll probably do their boots a couple of times, so we'll see how this goes. And then we'll do E44 next. So again, I touch down on top of my 47, and I'm going to pull it out a little bit further. I'm going to go ahead and give it a second coat, so I'm not going to go all the way to the end. That way that little section there at the end will be lighter than the rest. Okay, and then I'm going to skip 49, and I'm going to add 47 again. And I'm going to go a little bit past where I put it down the last time. And then E44. And I'm just going backwards because I don't want to go outside the lines. And then I'm going to brush this way. Here we can go. Oh, got a little patch right here that I missed. Cute. All right, so then we're gonna go up here and let's do the watering can. So we will need YR 27, 24, 21, 20, and then Y00. Now I'm not a drawer, so these are the ones we're gonna use for our watering can. I'm not a drawer, so I have to use a stamped image, or I have to go find a photo. There's lots of good photo sites that give you, that you can download their pictures for free. So I could use those to like trace the image onto something. And then do that. Okay, so we're gonna start with YR 27. And let's do right along this side, since I'm feeling that this side would be darker over here. And then I'm going to bring this right along the edge of the watering can over to there. And then over here it's going to come behind her. It's coming out from her shirt right here, so I'm going to brush that a little bit extra. And then we're going to connect it. And then we're going to do underneath the lip of the can. And then, let's see, let's do the back of the can. And then I don't want it to be quite so flat right here, so let's brush this out. And then the front here is dipped down, so we're going to give this some shadow. And again, let's brush it this way. And then for a watering can spout, let's go about 3/4 of the way up and around this side, and then around the bottom of the can right here, the spout, I guess. And then this little section, let's do underhand and then back towards the can. I'm going to bring this around over here. And then I feel that inside the can, this section right here is going to be darker. Okay, let's try that. We're going to start with that. No gray color today. I seen this color over on something, I think it's on my pin board, one of my color combo pin boards, and I'm like, oh, let's try this watering can color. I know, no gray. It's not going to be a gray bucket. So R24 next. And we're going to color in most of this. I'm going to leave a little bit there in the back just for the next color, just so it has a little spot there. Okay, then I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to fill this in. And then we're going to bring this around. This color of the can just caught my eye when I was searching for cans. If you're interested in that, head over to my pin board, my Pinterest page, and you can find one. I think it's called Copic color combos, and you can find different things I've pinned. And there's one that has a bunch of watering cans with different colors on there. And then we're going to go with YR21. Oh, I should have done, wait a minute. I should have done for this can right here, I should have done a little bit where her arm is. Let's grab YR27 again. And let's go underneath. Because her arm's over the top of the can there. Let's bring a little bit of that around. And then we'll soften that with the 24. And then we'll go with 21. Okay, so for this, we're going to soften this. And the back of the can there, that little spot. Then we're going to go with YR20. And then we'll do inside of our little spout here a little bit. And then for Y00, we're going to fill in this little spout. A little dab. And let's see. Let's swoosh this across the front and see how that goes. I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to do a little bit more inside the can. I'm not really loving this. And maybe a little bit on this spout here. And then we'll go with YR21. And then YR20. That looks better. I think I'll darken this up too, as long as we got the 20 out. And then we'll fill it in with our Y00. I think I'll brush over this middle section just a tad. Okay, that looks all right. And then let's see, what did we do for these little drips? Let's do BG53 for these little drips. That. Okay, then we need some grass. So we're going to need YG 97, 95, and 93. And we'll start with 97. Oops. Get up there. Okay, so for 97, I'm going to go across, all the way across, well, except for the little dots here. So let's begin. There's already some little grass streaks here, so let's go like this. And we'll butt up against her shoe. And then we're going to go under her shoe, over to this side, and then we're going to come over here and go across. And we'll probably do multiple coats, so that's just a start. And then we'll add YG 95. So we just want to soften this edge a little bit. So I'm just going to go right along that edge. Right. And then we'll add YG93. And it could be too that when you stamp your girl from your card kit, that you stamped her down more than I stamped my girl. You don't have to put her so far up. You could put her down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that for a minute and we're gonna do the flowers, and then we'll come back and we'll add some more grass. For her hair, I use the same color as her boots, so I used E49, 47, and 44. So she's got the same color hair as the boots. All right, so these little flowers that I did on my card, let's grab that real quick. I drew those on. I know they're spectacular, aren't they? I'm going to keep it simple. They are not complicated flowers. I am not a drawer, remember? But if I can draw these little flowers, then so can you. So we're going to start out, and I want my first flower, we're going to say that we want it to be a little bit away from this little drippy thing. So let's go with, how about right, let me see, how about right here? And I'm going to draw a line. I know, that's pretty complicated, right? See? Not too hard. And then let's give it a leaf. So let's go, I'm going to have a leaf down here at the bottom. So we'll go. Whoa, that's even more, it's getting more complicated. And then we'll give it a leaf up here. Okay, and then for a flower, I'm going to do a little upside down C, like this. Okay. And then for the other flower, we're just going to make a bigger C. So let's go with our flower, like, I'm going to go out here and we're going to go. Okay, so we got a bigger C. And then we're going to bring it to the middle. So let's see, here's our line. So let's go, there's our middle. And then we're going to kind of curve it around and go whoop, whoop. And then we're going to give it a little cone. Look, it's high tech. So there's a flower. Okay, so let's make a little bit shorter flower over here. And I want it to be, the petal to be underneath of, I'm going to go ahead and do a petal because I want it to be underneath of this flower petal right here. So let's go do our big C first. And then we'll go a dot. We'll go a cone. And then we got the little thing at the bottom. And then we'll bring that down. And it's going to need a leaf. And then let's do another one kind of in the middle. So how about right about here? Okay. Little thing on the bottom. And a stick. And then this one, we'll give a leaf on this side. And a leaf on this side. There. Whoa! We're professionals now. Okay, so for our flowers, we are going to need YR 16 and 38. So let me grab those. So we're going to need these two. I'm not very good at straight lines either. I do better if I pull towards me. You can always use a ruler if you need it to be straight. These are supposed to be whimsical flowers. Okay, so we're going to do YR 16 first. And so, and I did use a Copic friendly pen. This was a Copic multi-liner in 0.2, in case you need that. Make sure to use a Copic friendly one. Okay, so we're going to do some color here on each one of these little cones. She's just watering something. I'm like, she cannot just stand here and do nothing. She's watering nothing. So I'm like, we'll just give it some flowers this time. That's my thought anyway. Okay, then we'll go with Y38. And we're going to fill our flower in. Or if you like, you could leave some white in there. If you like that look. It's totally up to you. I think I'll leave a little bit of white and come back with a second coat. And you can make your flowers smaller too. You do not have to make them that large. Or you can just do some little flowers with dots. do a stick and then do some little dots, like, oh, what are they called? Hydrangeas? Are they hydrangeas? Heather. Maybe it's heather. It's purple. But they're little ones that grow. They grow in the spring, and they've sprout up on a stick, and they got a bunch of little dinky flowers around the outside. I'm thinking it's heather. Or lilac. I don't know. Maybe lilac. Lilac's on a bush. I think they're on a bush. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, now we're going to go with our greens again. So let's do YG97. And I'm going to color in this little thing I put underneath of my flowers. And then I'm going to make my flowers look really great by taking this pen and going down this line. You do not want to leave it sit there too long, because the minute your pen touches the ink or the paper, it's sucking up ink. So the longer you leave it sit there, the wider that line's going to get. So be quick. And then we're going to go back across this line. And I'm going to add some grass of my own down here. There's already some little swirls here, but that wasn't enough grass. So I quickly put my pen down and then I flick up. And it makes a little, my hand automatically pulls up, so it doesn't leave, it makes it tinier at the end. Okay, then we'll go with what? Whoops, YG95 is next. And we're going to soften this edge. And then I'm going to add a few of these for my grass. And then YG93. And we'll add some more of our grass. That. And we'll call her done. Isn't she cute? All right, so let's go ahead and put our card together so that you can do that too if you want. So let's go up a little bit. We're gonna have to put more of that. There we go. Okay, so you get all this stuff in your kit. So let's go ahead and attach this cute brown piece first. And this is Peanut Cluster cardstock. Get back here. I'm trying to escape. Okay, so I always start out by making sure my card is opening the way I want. And so I usually do it like this because my name's at the bottom. So I make sure that it opens towards the top. Otherwise, I've been tend to put things on there and then they're upside down. Okay, and then we'll do the pretty blue flowers, or if you'd like. Now, not all of yours in the card kit are going to look like this. This piece, I think, it was a 12 by 12 sheet, and then it had this on one side. So I just got lucky that mine has this on here, or maybe it was just in the corners. I can't remember now. But it may not look like this on the back. But if it does, you could use that, like this. That would look pretty. But we're going to use the blue. all the paper I use is double-sided, so I like that. So you can flip it over if you want and have different options. And then I put this one on there straight. I did not do cattywampus today, but you could. And let's see, let's attach Tilda here. And then I think I did, I forgot to bring that in here, but I did some tumbled glass distress ink with my stipple brush up here on the outside just to give it a little bit of blue. I forgot to bring that, so we're not going to be doing that, but you can. I just dabbed my stipple brush in there. I have this big brushy thing, and I just kind of flipped it over across the top up here so it has a little bit of blue. Let me see if you can see it on the... I don't know if you can see it on the card or not, but there's a little light bluish tint to the girl there. Okay, next we're going to do this little dot piece, or you can do circles. And all this paper and stuff is listed down in the supplies in case you want to just pick up paper and make your own. Okay, and that one's cattywampus. And then there's this little piece with the X's and the flowers, or you can do stripes. And then this piece, we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna have this. This is a La La Land Crafts die. Isn't it pretty? And I'm gonna put some liquid glue on this. So what I didn't do all these silly little lines. That's just too much. I'm gonna put a bunch, some across the bottom here. And then I'm gonna go over this arch. And then I'll maybe put a few little streaks in here in the middle. Like that. And I didn't attach the top. And then we're just going to bring this like so. And we'll hold it down for a second. And then Tilda here is popped up, so let's give her some pop dots. And mush them down so they don't fall off. Okay, I'm gonna just pop the back off. That's the worst part, is the trying to get the stupid little backs off. Okay, and then we got her, and she's kind of set kind of at a tilt. Go. I need room for my little heart too, so let's move her over a little bit. Okay. And then we're gonna have this, and for this I put a pop dot on the back. So it's gonna go like this. Let's see where we want it. How about right here? And then you got a little dotty heart. I'm gonna put this on here. Let's go, how about right there? And then we'll peel this off. And I'm not going to put a pop dot over here, but I'm going to put a little dab of glue. Just so in case it's touching the image, it'll be able to hold it down. So where it's touching right here, it will stick it right there. And it will be glued. Okay, let me see. Did I put sparkles in her hair? Oh, I didn't put sparkles in her hair. Let me see here. No, no sparkles today. But I should have. I forgot to do this Wink of Stella, or the Spick of Glitter pin up in her hair. And you could do some stickles or some Wink of Stella glitter pin on these flowers over here. You could add some shimmer to your watering can so it's kind of shiny out in the sunshine. She's, you know, doing some watering and it's sunny. So anyway, if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. That really helps my channel out. If you want to go get a card kit or any of the supplies I used, all the links are down in the description box. I really appreciate you shopping with me. It helps me out. If you have a question, leave me a comment in the comments down below, or if you have a suggestion for a future class, leave that down below and I will write it down. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a fabulous week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!